What's up, Sincere Squad? It's your girl Shakira and I'm back at it with another video. Hey y'all, if you're new here, hello to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before heading out and show me some love by hitting that like button and comment down below. Okay, now y'all, don't come for me, okay? I know it's not Saturday as promised with the weekly pregnancy updates, but a day late, a dollar short. Charges to my head, not to my heart. So guys, I wanted to make sure I came here today to give y'all this update as promised. Whew, it has been a week, okay? Let me just say that. Let me just put that out there. But your girl's looking cute today. Let's get into this week. So y'all, I am 19 weeks and 1 day technically today since it's Saturday. And y'all, baby is as big as a mango according to what to expect. Okay? Did y'all follow along with any baby apps when y'all were pregnant? Like, you know, what to expect or any of the other ones that are out there? Let me know in the comments below if you did. I feel like I used a different one when I was pregnant with Sincere, but I don't even remember the name of it, to be honest. And I used to like take pictures every week of my belly. Y'all, I have not been taking pictures every week with this belly because, like I told y'all in the last video, I look like I'm 9 months pregnant like I was with Sincere, and I'm only 5 months pregnant. So I haven't taken like weekly bump updates, but now that I'm doing these videos for you guys, I do like show you my bump, so I guess that still kind of counts, right? But y'all, this week was great to say the least. Definitely blessed and highly favored. First and foremost, you know what I mean? I'm here, I'm alive, I'm here with you guys, so that's important. I had 2 doctor's appointments this week. I had one on Tuesday, and that doctor's appointment went really well. That was with my main doctor, and pretty much, you know, had to do my urine sample, and then we talked, asked questions. She asked how I was doing, and then she checked the baby's heartbeat, of course. And then that was pretty much it. Oh no, not for that visit. And then I had to go do blood work downstairs. That was my last time that I had to do blood work this time. It was like one more test. I forgot what test it was, y'all. Please forgive me. But that was my last set of blood work tests that they have to do. I shouldn't have to do anymore. I think that's it. So that was on Tuesday, and that was really good. Then my second appointment was on Friday. And before I get to that, let me just give you the little backstory on like the lead up, because y'all, Friday was tough for me. It was emotional, okay? Your girl was an emotional wreck, but I'm better. So Wednesday evening, Sincere started to run a fever, okay? His fever, was it Wednesday evening? Yes, Wednesday evening. His fever was like 100, 101, something like that. And it went into Thursday, and y'all, my husband went out of town. He had to go out of town real quick, and you know, Sincere really doesn't get sick, but it would happen like when my husband's about to go out of town. It's okay, you know, he still went and everything, and Sincere's fine. You know, I could take care of my baby, but you know, he's just used to having both of us here. So that happened, and my baby wasn't feeling like his best self. So you could definitely tell like his mood was completely different. He wasn't like Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that, and just not as active as he normally is. And then mind you, I said my husband had to go out of town. So Friday comes, and I had already made arrangements for Sincere because no one can come to the doctors with you as of right now. So I couldn't like bring him to the doctor appointment with me. Y'all know my husband hasn't been able to come to any appointments as of yet. So I had made arrangements for him to go to my cousin's house for the couple hours while I went to the doctor's appointment. Now this doctor's appointment was a perinatal visit, which, you know, is a little bit more extensive. It's like an hour and a half long, where they're checking like babies, everything's counting the fingers, counting the toes, checking the kidneys, checking everything. So I had made arrangements for him to go over there. My appointment was 9:15 in the morning, y'all. Listen, I didn't know I had this in me. Listen, your girl has not had to like get up and get myself ready and get my son ready and get out the house like I feel like I'm going to work or and dropping him off at school. Like I've never had to do that. So we woke up at 6:45 in the morning, y'all, and we were out of the house by 7:45. Got into my cousin's house by 8:15ish, and I got to my doctor's appointment by 8:45. So I was early. So I figured I get in early, I should get out early, which was the case, and I was super happy about that. Y'all, it was hard. I really felt like my baby was going like to daycare or something. Like, even though this is family and he's been there before, it was just so weird because like anytime he's been there before, like I'm with him, like he's never had to like stay by himself, like me or his dad drop him off. The only places he's ever stayed by himself is my mom's house and then my husband's brother. Like those are the only two places he's ever like stayed the night by himself. Oh, and my grandma. But he's never like been anywhere else. So at first, like when we were in the car, I was like, Mommy's gonna take you over to cousin's house and I'm gonna come back and pick you up. And he like cried a little bit and I was like, you don't cry, like Mommy's gonna be back. And then once I took him in, he was fine or whatever. And mind you, I said he wasn't feeling too well. So his fever was still kind of there. I could tell that it was going down, but he still wasn't feeling 100%. So he was fine when I dropped him off. So I'm at the doctor's appointment. I have to FaceTime babe, of course, because he can't be there. So he's on FaceTime. We're doing the visit. So then, y'all, I decide to call Sincere on group FaceTime so that he could see too. And that probably was not the best idea, okay? So he hadn't seen his daddy since the day before because he went out of town. And then, like, Mommy had just dropped him off. So I called him and he was doing so good, like playing with his cousins and everything. But then when I called, me and his dad talked to him and then he got the phone, then it just went like sour from there. So he was sad and he was like just standing in one spot like, I want Mommy. And y'all, it was making me so emotional. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, so I can't imagine like if I would have had to do this for like a first day of daycare or something. Like, girl, your girl would have been out here in tears. For real, for real. So that happened. We got off of the FaceTime or whatever. That perinatal visit went good for the most part. The ultrasound technician person, that's the one that stays in there for like an hour to like check everything. So when the doctor came in, she told me like, oh, the ultrasound tech told us that the heartbeat, it was like an extra beat. Like, I can't explain. Like, it was like beep, 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 beep. Like, I hope that makes sense, y'all. I can't really explain it, but I'm sharing this with y'all now because I'm better, and of course, you know, I'm trusting God and I know everything's gonna be okay with the baby. But she was like, yeah, nothing to like be concerned about or anything, but y'all already know, like when a doctor tells you something like, oh, don't be concerned, we're gonna be concerned. And as a mother, like, this is my baby, I'm carrying my baby. But come to find out, y'all, she was like, the cause of this sometimes could be caffeine, consuming a lot of caffeine. She was like, do you drink a lot of caffeine, like tea, coffee? And just started naming stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't drink any of those things, y'all. I don't drink sodas, any kind of sodas. I don't drink any coffee. I don't drink tea. And she's like, also like chocolate and cocoa butter oil. And I was like, like, I don't eat chocolate either, except for like cookies and cream ice cream and Snickers bar ice cream. I do eat those occasionally, but the coconut not coconut oil, cocoa butter oil that she mentioned, I use that faithfully. Like, my lotion has cocoa butter in it. The oil that I put on my skin, like to make sure, you know, I don't get dark spots and stuff, is straight coconut. Y'all keep confusing the cocoa butter oil. So she's like, yes, like, stop using that because cocoa butter oil has caffeine in it. Y'all, I had no freaking clue. Like, I never knew that cocoa butter oil had caffeine in it. And with my son, I thought that I was using that same oil, but then I had thought about it some more in the day, and I was like, oh, I was using coconut oil with Sincere when I was pregnant, which is, you know, where you get from the grocery store, which is two different things. But she was like, stop using the cocoa butter oil because it goes directly to your skin, to the baby, and that's like caffeine. And y'all, I was just like, I immediately was just so sad, and like, you know how you just feel like you've let your child down. Like, it's weird. It's a weird feeling, but I knew that everything was gonna be okay, and as she said, like, it wasn't like nothing serious, because she didn't hear the extra beat when she came in. She just went off of what the ultrasound tech was telling her in like the recording that she had did. So she was like, it's nothing to worry about, like, don't freak out, just stop using that oil. You can use a different oil, just make sure it doesn't have cocoa butter in it because it has caffeine. So I was like, okay, cool. So she's like, yeah, so we're gonna bring you in next week for a extra test just to make sure. She was like, not that I'm concerned or anything, but just to make sure. So originally, like, when she first told me that, of course, like, I'm trying to keep it together, like, okay, like, all right, let me get out of here, let me schedule this appointment for next week, and then I'll be back. And whole time I'm on the phone with Babe as well, he's trying to, I could tell he's like looking at me like trying to stay calm, but y'all know how it is. If you're a mom, you know. So by the time I get to the car, y'all, I'm like bawling, crying. I'm just so emotional. Like, one, my husband's out of town. Two, he can't come to any of the appointments even if he was in town, so I'm going to all these appointments by myself. Three, I had to drop my baby off for the first time ever. Then four, I hear this news. Y'all, it was a lot of emotions, like, for one moment, for a pregnant woman, okay? So I had to, like, just let it out. Like, when I got to the car and I was on FaceTime with Babe, he was like, what's wrong? Just talk to me, tell me what's wrong. And I just, like, broke down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't take it. I was an emotional wreck, y'all. So he, of course, calmed me down, and he was like, you know who you serve. Like, God is going to work everything out. Like, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you stressing over nothing, basically, he was telling me. And he made me feel better. And I was like, okay, let me get myself together. So after that, y'all, I went to the chiropractor. I think I've told y'all before, but I go to the chiropractor weekly. Not because I'm like hurt from an accident or anything like that, but actually the chiropractor is a really good thing to do for your health, just so they can like make sure you stay aligned and like adjust your body and stuff like that. So I do that once a week. So when I left the doctor's, I went to the chiropractor, and that felt amazing. Like, every time I walk out of there, I feel so good. Like, you could tell them like your neck hurting, they'll like pop it for you. If you tell them like, you know, your back, lower back pain, whatever, like whatever is hurting. Oh, one time my wrist was hurting, she like fixed that for me. It just feels so good. So if y'all don't go to the chiropractor, I do highly recommend it. Okay, but yeah, so then I went to the chiropractor, and then I went to go pick up Sincere, and my baby was still just standing there. But he was so happy to see me, and I could tell he was still not feeling 100%, but he was, you know, just happy to see me, and he was ready to go home. So we went home, and really for the remainder of the day, we kind of just rest and gave him soup and a lot of fluids to make sure he stayed hydrated. He ate popsicles, and we just really just relaxed, y'all, because I wanted him to just get some rest and feel better. Like, I don't like, and moms, I know y'all can agree with me, like, it's hard when your kid is not feeling their best, because they can't really articulate how they're feeling, and they don't like really know what to do. So they're fully dependent on you to provide for them just that, you know, nurture and support and to make them feel better. So I just like was cuddling with him, and we watched movies and just chill out, and I gave him, you know, Tylenol and everything to help his fever. So Sincere is better. He's back at the active child. When he started talking about Spider-Man again, I said, oh yeah, you good now. Because when I tell y'all the first day he woke up, he didn't even mention Spider-Man. And y'all know how he is about his Spider-Man. So when he got back active and started talking about Spider-Man, I was like, okay, he's good to go. So that made me feel so much better. Y'all, baby is fine. I'm fine. I feel much better. Today was a great day. I went to a bridal shower today, which was super fun. I always love like bridal showers, baby showers. I love stuff like that. I love events. So I did that today. So I'll pop in like the boomerang from that in here. And yeah, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram too, because I do post over there, you know, a little bit more live than when I'm not on YouTube. So at lifeissosincere, make sure you're following me. But that pretty much sums up week 19. Okay, y'all. Next week we'll be 20 weeks. Girl, we're gonna be 20 weeks. We're like halfway there. And y'all, I could feel it, because once we left the bridal shower, we went to the mall, and we walked around, and I was just doing a little bit of shopping or whatever. But baby, let me tell you, I was feeling it. Like after originally, like, you know, at the beginning I wasn't really feeling it, but after walking around and carrying them bags and holding the 2-year-old, y'all, I was like, this mama right here is tired. And even Sincere was like, Mommy, my feet hurt. So I'm like, okay, it's time to go home. We've been in this mall shopping too much. But yes, y'all know Father's Day is coming up, so y'all know I'm preparing for that. I don't do last minute stuff, so I do a little bit as I go. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long, you guys. I just wanted to make sure I put this out there for you all. Thank you so much for rocking with your girl. We are so close to 1K. I'm so excited. Y'all, we're so close to 1K. Please make sure you continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel because I appreciate y'all so much. Sincere Squad, and y'all, we only going up from here, so let's get into it. Oh, and of course I can't forget to show y'all the bump. So here is my bump at week 19. And as always, make sure you continue to walk by faith and slave, plus pray each and every day, because God, He will make a way. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.